I think this is the way I want to start my podcast every night. Just waving at the camera, and saying things like, hello, make it echo. Hello, 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 hello. Echo, 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 echo. Because the reason I'm talking like this is when I first start up my podcast, I'm not easily amused. So I do things to amuse myself, such as getting into a riff on how to say hello, how to reach out to the universe, how to communicate with aliens. How can I put the best face on Earth? What if you were from another planet and I was the first person you met? Wouldn't you want me to be upbeat, happy go lucky, like bienvenidos, mi amigos? Come along, come on. Hi, Chris and Lisa. How are you? So, what I was saying is perhaps because I am, thank you, it's a bicycle shirt and I never wear it bicycling. Um, so, I started to say, imagine since I am digitally communicating right now, anybody who's got Wi Fi or some form of internet could see me anywhere on the globe. Well, what I'm suggesting is perhaps there are aliens and they are able to tap into our Wi Fi, and maybe I might be the first, like, inhabitant of Earth that they see. Don't you want me to put our best face forward? Like, hello, alien. Welcome to my world. Hi, Becky. Chris, you took a serious nap. Well, you worked, you earned it. You earned your nap because Chris rode hard, rode long. Hi, Kathy. And for those of you on YouTube, you never are. But, anyways, I have to explain because 5 years from now, I don't know. My YouTube channel may be inundated with new fans, but I'm talking simultaneously to my Facebook friends who listen to me there. And so, but I want you to know I love you too. Not that you said you loved me, but if you're going to watch my podcast, probably helps to love me. All right, back to the Facebook people. Kathy, Becky, Chris, Lisa. There's probably other people's. Joan may be hiding. Rachel. There's any possibilities. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. All right. You think I'm completely unprepared, but I want you to know that I'm only mostly unprepared. So if these were the scales of justice, for instance, remember the blind lady, the scales of justice, and this was preparation and this is no preparation. Okay. So for the podcast tonight, I want you to know that it's only weighted a little bit. No, okay, maybe not prepared, okay? It's not completely, you know, hi, Joan. So with what little preparation I've done, let me tell you. First off, if you've been following me on Facebook, I got my past book today. Jesus. So this is the book that I worked on, and mine's bigger than my friends that introduced me to it because I really maxed out. So 2 pictures per page. Isn't that cute? Right? These are Ken as a young one. That's how I started the book. Remember, I was into editing and thematic and clustering. Remember, I used to look at all the little pictures, cute, grade school, right there. Yeah, some more. Look at my graduating class from 8th grade. Yeah. Well, congas, a couple of different times. I don't think that's sequentially proper. There's more congas, yeah. 3 more. Anyways, so that's exciting. It's hardbound. You can pay them extra and they'll remove their logo. You can pay them extra and they'll put a title on it. I think they'll put a title here. I wasn't spending any more money. This was expensive enough. Look how thick it is. It's close to 600 photographs, 2 per page. So 4 everything you. Anyway, so I'm pleased that arrived today, about 2 weeks after I ordered. Maybe not even a full 2 weeks, right? I mean, what is it? Their job is just to take the pictures that I downloaded digitally and create paper with them. I would imagine it doesn't take very long at all. Somebody sits there, loads that stuff into a binder, thinger, popper, and hits start, and machinery whirs around. And next thing you know, they've probably got a book. I mean, if you're going to do these and you're going to do them on Facebook, one of the largest companies in the world, I'd imagine that you're pretty set up to knock it out because you're going to get a lot of orders. I'm betting they're making money hand over fist. Anyway, so that's item number 1. What's item number 1? We're going to have a quiz. So remember, item 1, my passbook. Okay. Item number 2, the music for tonight's podcast. All right. I want you to know, I've told you before, oftentimes the music is just miscellaneous. It's very loosely organized. Thematically, it originates in a swamp or something. I make it up. Okay. Today, Friday, May 21st, 2021, I want to tell you, today's music was completely just happenstance. No rhyme or reason whatsoever. Okay? So don't tax yourself trying to figure it out. Just enjoy it. So what is it? Allie Sherlock, who I've promoted before, she's a young woman that is a busker, means she plays on the streets. She's extraordinary, and she sometimes plays with this kid, Jacob Koopman. And they did Wicked Game, and he really came out. He doesn't always, she usually sings mostly, and he's her backup and plays guitar, and then they go out together sometimes not. Anyways, he's worth a listen to on this song Wicked Game, which was done by Chris Isaacs. And I think the Chris Isaacs version of Wicked Game is extraordinary. I don't like Chris. I went to see him live in concert. Thought he was kind of a dick, but that's irrelevant. I think the song Wicked Game, the way he did it, thought it was extraordinary. Nothing Else Matters, which apparently is Metallica or something weird. And so I found this 7-year-old girl singing this song. I don't remember where it was. Maybe she was on The Voice or something. Anyways, it was good. And these kids are not copyrighted. So if I'd wanted to play it during the podcast, I could. And then The Wait. The Wait was an extraordinary song. And it was put out by, oh my God, the band, right? Robbie Robertson was part of the band. Anyways, there's Playing for Change, where they take songs and they have people all over the world playing some part of it, and they mix it, and they do a pretty good job. So I would have preferred really to listen to The Wait, the way it was done by the band, but I thought, this is kind of cool, these Playing for Change. So I loaded that up. So that's how you got the 3 songs, completely willy-nilly. Okay. Okay, back to scrolling and seeing if you commented. You didn't comment. All right, so you don't care. You don't care. You just don't care. You're just sitting there. You're just sucking up oxygen. You're not engaging. You're not you're not breathing life into the podcast. You're just sitting there like bumps on a log. For God's sakes, get in the game. My God. Oh. So, all right. So that's 2 things. We covered 2 things: the music, and what was the first thing? Right, my book. All right. Third thing. 10:15 today. I got to be out at the airport. No, I got to be out at the airport. Ricky's coming. Little brother I call him little brother, even though he's about 3 inches taller than me and about 60 pounds heavier because he's kind of fat. The company is Passbook. No, Past. P-A-S-T, not P-A-S-S, Mark. And they have different prices, but thank you for asking. So this particular one, and you're so needy tonight. Well, thank you, John. I like that kind of repartee. So this, I started out with you hit a button on Facebook, and it'll bring up the website because they're in cahoots with Facebook. There are other places you can do these, but Elaine had done it in Tucson, and I saw her as I liked it, and so I was already well into this when I thought to myself, maybe I should look for a competitor. Anyway, so I paid about $80 for this. I got hardbound. I got the maximum number of photos for hardbound. So you may recall I was telling you that if you're going to do a hardbound, the maximum pages, not photos, is 300 pages with 2 per page. That was 600 photos. And then you have to come down a little bit because there's a blank page in there, so you lose 4 or 6 photos, whatever. Now you could put 1 photo to a page, and then you'd have 300. Or you could put 4 to a page instead of 2, but I wanted them to be fairly large. Okay. You can also do something with the back cover for a price, but I got a 40% discount. Discounts seem to be pretty readily available. If you look at Passbook, I found different links, and I maximized it by using a 40% off link. All right, so Ricky's coming in tonight. He'll come in around 10:15. That's kind of late. I prefer he get here sooner because at 5:15, I will be bicycling. No, at 5 a.m., I'll be bicycling. Let's see. Yeah, Paul says we'll start at 5:15. That means I have to leave home at 5 to be at his house by 5:15 because he lives a couple of miles away. And then we're going to bicycle up north. We did about 50 last week. He's challenging me to use my non-electric bike. I don't know that I will take the challenge. I'll decide that in the morning. The reason I don't like my non-electric bike is not so much that I don't enjoy riding non-electric. It's that it frequently, when we're coming home after going 25 to 30 miles, we've got a headwind. We're coming south, and the wind often comes out of the south here. And that's when I'm like, I wish I was dead. I wish I had brought my e-bike. I wish we could stop, pull over, get in a van, and just go home. I don't want to do this anymore. So, Chris, don't wolf down your dinner. Slow down. Take it easy. Relax. Eat. Chew your food. Remember what Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk, say: when you're eating, you think to yourself, eating, chewing. So don't let us put you off your game, all right? All right, so Chris, so let me tell you a little bit about the day. No surprise, I've told you about my day usually. So I got up early, and I have trouble sleeping in the morning. So it's not uncommon for me to get up 5:30 and just automatically kind of turn on the news, see what the weather's going to be, and see what's going on. So I did, and I decided, well, you know what? If I go to a live AA meeting, because I've been on Zoom a lot, but I've been going more frequently, that'll be good. I'll get out of the house, I'll bicycle over there. And then when the meeting's over, I'll bicycle somewhere, I'll get in some miles today because I hadn't ridden since Monday. And Chris, as you know, because I've called him out night after night, keeps posting how far he's gone. Look at me. I did 20 miles today, 15.5 miles per hour, So I'm like, I can't let this continue unchallenged. So I jumped on my bicycle and I go to this 12-step meeting and nobody's there. And I have a key so I can get in, but I'm not supposed to be the one opening. Anyways, I thought the meeting sucked. So I text Chris, hey, what's up, homie? You know, he's like, having coffee, breakfast. He's relaxing, taking it easy. I'm already out and about. I left home at 6:45, right? So about 8 o'clock, I head out towards White Rock Lake. Now, I'm telling you White Rock Lake, even though, for instance, Mark and Ann and Kathy and some of you have no clue where White Rock Lake is. So that's a meaningless piece of information. And I'm apologizing because it irritates me. I have this friend, Happy, and I love Happy. But what he does is he tells stories. He's 80, I think he's 80. He'll tell a story and he'll be like, yeah, and Bill, his last name was, let me think. And I'm like, I don't know the guy. It won't matter if Bill's last name is Nichols or Pennies. Just tell me the story, because the point is not what the guy's last name was. It was about the time they went out on a boat, got drunk, and crashed the boat or something like that, right? But he gets into the minutia, and it makes me crazy. So I apologize, but I'm giving you the minutia of what happened. So I start heading down towards White Rock, more minutia. After it's been raining a couple of days, like it has been here, it's oftentimes that the trail down to the lake is covered in debris and mud. It's impassable by bicycle. I know this, but I'm thinking, didn't rain too hard yesterday. It's really been kind of moderate. Maybe I can make it. So I tell Chris, hey, just FYI, I'm going to head down there because I know he rides down there, because I'm going to use him to motivate myself. Okay? So the path was muddy. I had to take a detour. Bing, bang, boom, bow. I got down there. Chris was there. We rode around the lake. But we're not satisfied with just going around the lake, because we're bikers. So what we do is we motivate ourselves to do, add something to it, right? So off we went down to Deep Ellum. Now, that's a place I like to eat. But at 9:30, nothing's open. So we turned around and we came back, and I was going to eat at a place that I like that's only open on Friday, more or less. And the sky's threatening, and Chris wouldn't let me stop. He said, you need to get home before it pours. And it never poured. In fact, it's sunny. Screw me, right? Jesus. All right. So that's how it went. And you're wondering, it's been a day since he saw the dentist, had 4 or 5 cavities filled. How's he doing? I'm going to tell you. Feels fine. I have a little sensitivity when I do something cold or hot, but that's to be expected, right? But bouncing my teeth, I'm okay. Sorry I was wrong. Chris, when I ask you for a weather report, damn it, you can't be wrong. I need accurate, correct weather meteorological reports when we're bicycling. Actually, it looked crappy. Dark clouds. I was concerned. It's not his fault. I needed a push in any direction. So, all right. Now, I've told you about today. Now I'm going to tell you about other days. So I lost my camera in Chicago. I did. Not Chicago, excuse me, Tucson. I took my relatively new camera that I bought used on Etsy, and I took it to Tucson when I went hiking, and I lost it. Don't know where, don't know how, doesn't matter. So a friend of mine, Cynthia, she walks with me one day a week. Cynthia, well, bless her heart. She says, I have a camera I don't use. Would you like it? You could use it. I don't know if she gave it to me or loaned it to me. And I said, sure. She said, it looks a lot like yours. And it does. I had a Canon ELPH. This is a Canon something else. It's not an ELPH, right? But it's interesting. Look, when you turn it on, right? Okay. And then They don't do this anymore, but you can. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the flash attachment. No, it won't work without a card. Anyways, this has a flash attachment, which most of them don't have anymore because they've enhanced the light sensitivity. So she gives this to me because the light thing was not the point. The point was we went walking and she pulls out this camera. She pulls it out of a box. Pom, pom, pom. Oh, hold on. Watch this. No, I wanted the flash to come on. Not automatic. On. So it's not listening to me. There's a flash thing pops up. Well, here's the punchline. It was in the box. When she said she wasn't using it, she wasn't kidding. The receipt said 2015 or 2016, and it was still in the original packaging. Score! As I got to take pictures. I didn't take any pictures today because it kept threatening rain and it drizzled on us a couple of times. Normally, I pick up a couple of pictures of Chris, and in fact, he's going to buy lunch next time. Let me show you something. Chris hasn't even seen this. I don't know that I got something to show him. Amuse yourselves while I find the right page. Well, I thought Chris made the book, but you know what? This is 300 pages, man. I don't know. What do you expect from me? You expect me to just be able to pull up a photograph like that, like without any notice, no warning? I'm doing this on the spur of the moment. Now, y'all wondered what Chris looks like. Okay. Now here's our best one. Handy little book to have, if only it was half the size, because I can tell that's not going to last. It's going to break. It's too heavy. The pages are too heavy for the binder. I already know that I overdid it. I mean, I conform to their parameters, but it's clear that I probably shouldn't have done a book so big and so heavy. It's going to be challenging to not break the binding on that. You know, you can feel the weight. All right, so moving right along. So now you know about the whole day, except for the time I came home and trying to think, what do I need to do? I need to be ready for tomorrow at 5 a.m. because it's not something you can just, 5 a.m. is not a time you want to be pumping up your tires and charging up your lights, right? Because my lights need to be charged. So I had to go out in the garage, and since I don't know which bike, I had to check tires on everything. Got all my lights charged up. I'm psyched up, and then my anxiety sets in. Oh, shoot. I got to go pick up Ricky. Maybe I should tell Ricky to bring an Uber, because if I go out and pick him up at 10:15, I won't get back till close to 11, and then I got to get to sleep right away. And that's like scat. You know what scat? When jazz. This is kind of a scat, but it's not related to jazz. This is kind of a scat that you use when you're killing time on a podcast and you don't really have that much to say anyways. So all of a sudden you like, and then bop, 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 diddle-lip, diddle-up, bop, bop, diddle-up, dip-top, tap, diddle-up, dip-top, dap, diddle-lip, diddle-lip. Mel Torme could scat. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. I did a good job of finding that in the book, didn't I? And you know why? Let me tell you a little secret, Team Very Cool, yes. Let me tell you a little secret. When I made the book, I told you all I clustered photos. Now, that didn't always succeed. Like the bike photos are split up in at least two sections because there's just too many. I had too many. And I had other things I wanted to put in. And I told you, editing was a bitch. But by clustering, I knew if I want to find a picture of Chris, it's going to be in the bike, one of the two bike sections. And that's how I found it so quickly, because there's a lot of pictures. And I think those are all I have of him, are those three. But that's pretty good. I mean, I just met the guy this year, you know. It's not like I don't have friends who have seniority over him. In fact, again, you're like, I didn't ask Ken. And Ken's response is, I know you didn't. Bop, bop, bam, bang, 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 diddly, boom, 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 bop, bop, it, boom, 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 bop, bop, it, boom. So those are my two oldest friends, Marv and Carrie. There's a bunch of photos of them. They have seniority over everybody except family. Okay? They've got seniority 50. So if I met Carrie in 1965, 66, 66, I probably met him in 66. So isn't that like 55 years? Just for your information, says Becky, we were not engaging at the beginning of the podcast because we are busy eating sushi. Rub it in. I mean, this is Becky doing the same thing that Chris does, just rubbing your nose in the fact that, like, for him, it's like, look how far I bike. For Becky, it's like, we just sitting back eating sushi, bitch. Ah, what are you eating? Frozen pizza. Yeah. I got the message, Becky. Trust me, I understand. You know, he did 46 miles, I think, today. And you guys had sushi. Next thing I know, you'll tell me that you and he bicycled on your e-bike. And, so you got even more miles before the day was over. What do I care? Listen, talking to you, people are hanging up. All right. 43 miles. I posted mine. So back to the show. Because these breaks that I take in the midst of everything where I suddenly detach from you, these moments where suddenly I'm no longer engaged necessarily with what you're writing, or what you're writing is taking me someplace deep and dark. Like all Becky said is we couldn't engage because we were eating sushi. And what did I do? I turned it into a slight. I turned it into a petty observation, right? Okay. So when you see me do that, there's two things that's going on. One, I read it immediately. The resentment machine got revved up and responded. The other one was, I didn't have anything better to talk about anyways than they're eating sushi. Yes, and you may put it in quotes, and you don't ever have to attribute. You don't ever have to give attribute. You just, anytime you're ready, when you got some sushi, you just look them in the eye and you say, I'm eating sushi, bitch. Slam, drop the mic. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's 6:29. Let me tell you about relaxing. It's Friday. Relax. You're thinking to yourself, well, how is Friday different from Saturday? How is Saturday different from Wednesday? Why would I have the admonition to relax? I think that the world is beginning to normalize slowly, sometimes quickly, but it will always materialize and normalize if we wait for it. I just made that up. It's from a part of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, but I tortured it a little. All right. So I'm giving the admonition to relax. It's Friday. Take the weight off. Thus the song, The Weight. Right? Okay? Just chill. Think of it this way. As the world begins to normalize, whether you like it or not, like for instance, Mark has a lot of concerns about, the mandates, the dropping of other mandates, the implementing of new mandates, and believe me, I don't know how much contact he's had with the public, but I'm seeing people that I think are just being obnoxious about masks. I think they could easily put on a mask. I don't need a lecture on how the world has changed, and now you don't need a mask if you're not vaccinated. Yeah. Just wear a mask, man. Just if I tell you, anyways, I digress. So as we do normalize, liking it or not, begin to treat Friday as the beginning of the weekend again. Something that we lost in the time of the pandemic. There was no weekend. It was always just one long viral pandemic, and each day was much like the day before and the day that was coming, because we were on high alert. We were doing everything we could to keep this contagion away from us. So what I'm saying now is, and I'm not suggesting anybody run out tonight, go to a crowded restaurant and eat with your mask off and applaud the new now. That's not what I mean. I just mean it's Friday. Recognize it's Friday. Begin to recognize the days of the week in reference to how will I behave? Can I behave differently? Because you can. For instance, on Tuesday morning, I have to be up early because I lead a meditation group at 6:30. So it is throughout the entire pandemic, I did not alter that regimen. So every Tuesday, I knew it was Tuesday. How did I know? Because I knew I had to lead the meditation 6:30. Wednesday night, I lead meditation at 7. So I know it's Wednesday. I have to know. I can't just, wake up, at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night and go, oh crap, I forgot to do the meditation. Same thing, Thursday morning. I had a Thursday morning regimen. Even in the time of the Zoom, I had to be up early and be on Zoom by 6:30 so I could lead a half-hour meditation. And then I went to these AA meetings. What I'm saying is I kept some semblance of schedule up. And then my friend, Paul and I, when we go out on a ride, we go out primarily on a Saturday. That meant Friday night, I had to be aware it's Friday night. Why? Because I need to get some rest because tomorrow I'm going to ride. Saturday, I rode, right? So there were only a couple of days a week, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, that did not have external indicators that were going to be there every week, week in and week out. Does that make any sense to you? Let me try to phrase it again. There were only 3 days a week that I had no external indicators of what day it was. And so thus, oftentimes I was, how shall we say, free-forming, free-floating, right? Freestyle, swimming. Yeah, baby. Do the swim. Boy, I wish I had some music. Anyways, so now I'm just suggesting because I didn't have anything really else to talk about, is begin to create structure, right? Begin to solidify what day is it? Well, today's Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. So chill. Ricky will be with me till Thursday. So he arrives tonight and he leaves next Thursday. There was some discussion of me going with him in the van. He was going to help me drive, but I don't have anybody really to watch the house yet. My daughters won't be back till June 21st. When they come back, I'll be able to let them watch the house. July 24th, I believe, Kathy, and myself and any other Southsiders that wish are welcome to join us for lunch, a trip to the beach, and then I have rented a private party room in a high rise for us to go to, and we'll order dinner to be delivered, and we'll sit there and just hang out and drink beers. I won't drink a beer, but somebody wants to. Kathy may drink a beer. Anyways, it's a lovely time. I do it once a year. I didn't get to do it last year. I am doing it this year on July 24th, if that's a Saturday. Okay, Relax, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Is that the whole name? Relax, Frankie. Frankie Goes to Hollywood is the name of the movie. You put Relax on at the beginning. Maybe it's a line from the movie. So, I'm looking because Becky sent me something on expose yourself to art. And did I give the impression I was a sexual deviant? If I did, I apologize. Anything I said that would have led you to send me a guy exposing himself to a naked statue, if it was something I said that stimulated, you know what Ken would like? He'd like to see a guy flashing. I just want to apologize now for whatever it was I said that would make anybody here think that I'm into flashing or even hanging out with flashers. Never have, but I appreciate the gesture. All right, so it's 6:37. It's Friday. I was urging you to relax. If you have a difficult time relaxing or you have a difficult time creating structure, then let me make some suggestions. First off, you're welcome to join me on Wednesday nights for meditation for at least the next week or two. And then I'm going to be doing a live meditation at the temple. But it's an old photo of the mayor of Portland from the 70s. Are you making that up, Joan? And apparently Becky has the magnet. She went to Portland once, Joan, and she bought the magnet while she was there. Brought it back kind of like a little, you know, how some people buy the shot glasses or they buy the T-shirt. Becky bought the magnet, brought it home, and it's on the refrigerator now. All right. I was trying to talk about structure, and you people, you send me dirty photos and you make lascivious remarks. He was trying to get residents into the arts. Relaxed by the band Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So here's what we just found out from the last four comments that y'all made. Ken is not with popular culture. Ken didn't know there was a band called Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Ken thought it was a movie. Ken had no idea about the mayor of Portland in the 70s flashing in an effort to generate interest in the arts. And these are just two examples of how I'm not really even residing on the same planet in some respects as the rest of you. Now, having said that, I'm pretty certain I'm more closely associated with the planet Earth than, say, Mark McDougall, who I'm pretty sure has been free-floating kind of at about 10,000 feet for years. So when I do this quasi-apology, it's really not that sincere because I don't really believe that I'm that detached from your reality, but Relax by the band Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Geez, I have no idea what that would sound like. So now I'm pulling it up on my computer because it seems like that would be.
Protect your pet this flea and tick
No,
season with two.
I don't want the ad. Okay. Now, is this going to be like a cool song or it's just the title that we're talking about? Oh, she's so
Stars never stop, even when they reach the top. Shooting stars never stop, even when they reach the top. They go a supernova, when I push over, yeah. They go a supernova, when I push over. Welcome to the pleasure dome.
it's cute. Mark was on it, baby. So I pulled up something by Frank Goes to Hollywood too, but apparently it's a whole concert, so I didn't get the relax. Did you get the relax, or did you get the concert too? I don't even see relax on this album. Oh my God, I see what this is. This is Mark's playlist again. He's got it all. Mark is plugged in. I am mistaken. When I say that he hovers at 10,000 feet, I am just wrong. And let me be the first to apologize. You know, I've been told, be humble, you may be wrong. Here we go. I'm accusing him of hovering. Like somehow he's not completely attached. And here he is. If you look at his music list, I assume that's his music list. What do I know? My God, the man is all up in it. I'm just looking at look at that. Oh, man, there's a cool one. I'm going to get muted in 95 countries.
Sometimes you're better off dead. There's a gun in your hand that's pointing to your head. You think you're mad, too unstable, kicking in chairs and knocking down tables in a restaurant in a West End town. Call the police, there's a madman around.
Just long enough for that algorithm to catch me and punish me, right? All right, let's wrap it up. It's 6:42. It's time for Meta. I had a good time kicking in with you guys. I didn't have anything special tonight, as you could well tell. Tomorrow night, I'll have Ricky. I'll have my bike ride that I did. I may have a rainstorm under my hat at that time. Anyways, that was Pet Shop Boys singing West End Girls. Pet Shop Boys singing West End Girls. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for being part of the community that I'm a part of. Thank you for tolerating me, for commenting, for connecting, interacting, but really just showing up and listening. Because I don't know how much longer I can do this, but I sure have enjoyed doing it until now. All right, so I bring my hands together before my heart. I encourage you to do the same. I close my eyes, I bow my head as if in prayer, and I think to myself, may I be happy, healthy, free from harm, free from anger, anxiety, and fear. May this practice bring me closer to a life of comfort and peace. May my mother and father and all my family members and all my friends be happy, be healthy, free from all harm, pursuing a path that will find them more comfortable and at peace in their lives. May those persons I feel have harmed me, offended me, whatever the origin of my ill will towards them, let me take a moment to think who these persons may be and send them goodwill. May those persons be happy, healthy, and free from harm, living their lives in peace, comfort, and joy. And finally, to all living beings throughout the entire universe, may these beings, humans and non-humans, be the recipient of our collective goodwill. May all living beings be happy, healthy, free from harm, living their lives in safety, comfort, and peace. Satu, Satu, Satu. Well, thank you, Rachel, Kathy, Joan, Chris, Becky, Lisa, Mark, and Ann. I said Joan. Rachel. I'm just scrolling, guys. Yeah, so I don't think I forgot anybody. I'm down and out, babe. It ain't a bad